Hello, it's your host, Adrienne Ross of the Adrienne Ross Show, another basketball edition. Listen, the Indiana Fever are back in action. No, they're not playing games yet. It's still the WNBA break because of the Olympics, but they are practicing again. And I've noticed that has caused some people to criticize, imagine that, Christie Sides. Yeah, Christie Sides gets it. She's gotten it from me. It's been deserved. However, I am not on the train of those people who are upset because the Indiana Fever, they're already practicing. You know, I saw something online where it said the Olympics, the Olympians are in Paris. The Chicago Sky are still on vacation. And Christie Sides has the nerve to have these women out there playing already. That's just some of the things that I've seen. Black and White Sports did a whole thing on that and read some of the comments out there and also criticized Christie Sides for this when, you know, people feel this team has had, they started off with the worst schedule of anyone, the toughest schedule. They're tired. They need a break. They need more of a break. Okay, I'm going to weigh in on that because I'm going to take the opposite side of that, but I welcome your comments. They're professional players, right? Before the break, Caitlin Clark said that this was the deal, that they were going to have a week off, and that she said, you know, it was going to be difficult, but she was going to not pick up a basketball for a week. As hard as that was for her, she felt that that was the best thing to do. And then they were going to get back to practice. Now, perhaps Christie Sides is practicing again just for a little while, just for a few days, give them some more time off, come back and practice some more. I don't know what their practice schedule is. I'm just going to say this. They're professional players. Most people in the professional world, whatever their profession is, they get a week's vacation, right? Sometimes some of y'all get 2 weeks vacation. But you know, a week is you know, standard. And so they had a week off, and we know that Caitlin was in Mexico, social media says, and we saw some images of her there in Mexico with some teammates and all of that. So she got a break. Would it be cool if she got a longer break? I guess, perhaps, but that's up to your employer. And Caitlin is always the one to say, this is our jobs. So as a former coach, I'm just going to weigh in because I don't really have a problem with giving them a week off and then using this time to work on some things. Maybe not hardcore every day, but getting back after a week's break to me is not insane. And I'm not trying to, you know, be the defender of Christie Sides. I'm blown away that she still has a job. I was hoping that she would get to make the exit during the break. But again, these are professional players. They're young. They're the youngest team in the league. They had some time off. Now they're ready to go. And so I'm going to show you what I saw on Twitter, on X, of the team practicing. And this apparently has people really, really upset because you can look at the practice and you can see that it's intense. Let's take a look. And then I'm going to chime back in and talk to you some more about how I feel about what I see and about coaching in general. That was rather intense. Kind of annoying of watching Christie Sides. She's a little bit out there, right? But the players are clearly working on defense. You see them, they're working on sliding their feet. You can see that, and the intensity is up. Why don't I have a problem with that? Like I said, they're young women, they're professional women, and they got to come back in the second half of the season, which is going to be more intense, and they've got to make a run so that they stay in the running for the playoffs. And this practice, this kind of intensity, it was good to get a chance to look and see. So let's take a look again. Okay, so here you have Christie Sides, and like I said, she's a little bit wild, to say the least. But here you have Damaris Dantas as she's D'ing up here, D'ing up. Okay, so they're working on their defense. She's staying with him, got her hands up. Here comes Nalissa Smith. There she is on defense. Here's Katie Lou Samuelson. So they're obviously working, they're defending, they're working hard, they're being physical. Here's Kelsey Mitchell. Same thing. You'll notice how she is. She's sliding her feet, sliding her feet, sliding her feet. There we got Caitlin Clark. So she's working on her defense, got a hand up. They're working, and then I don't know what Christie Sides is doing, but there she is doing it. All right, and so they're just working hard. Here's Damaris again, working hard. Here's a problem, though, just a coach's note. You're never supposed to be looking at the person's eyes. Those of you who know basketball, you know that when you're defending someone, your eyes should always be on the waist. This is how you get head faked, okay? This is how you get ball faked. But the eyes are always on the waist because there's nothing you can do that if you're going to make a move, your waist is going to move. So your eyes should be on the waist. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw in there. Anyway, they're working hard. They're working hard. They're working hard. Yeah, they're working hard. They're defending. They're defending. They're sliding their feet. And then after she's moving her feet, then she's able to use her hand, and then she's able to get the ball away from him. So they're working hard. Here's Aaliyah. She's working hard, working hard, working hard. They're on defense, working hard. Okay, so I love seeing that. And here's Mitchell again. She's low. All right, she's working. She's sliding her feet. There's Caitlin on defense. All right, and then you've got, looks like she's doing some sprints here. Erica Wheeler doing some sprints. Christie Sides there again, got her whistle. Here we go. D'ing up, D'ing up. Aaliyah, she's got her mouth open, which means she's talking on defense, which they should be doing. All right, so that's good. That's good. It's intense. It's intense. They're moving their feet. And then here we got Dantas going to the basket. And then you got Smith on Aaliyah. And again, she's there playing hard defense. Aaliyah goes up. Mitchell playing hard defense on Wheeler. All right, she goes up and defends. Wheeler gets their own rebound, and she puts it up. And then this one, I got to play this because this mess is so slow. Nalissa Smith, I don't care if it's a game or practice, she's just mad slow. Even if you ever see her take a jump shot, it's like she gets all day. Nobody rushes at her. She just has all day. Look at this in real time, how slow this is. It's just slow. Like everybody else is like full speed ahead, and she's just mad slow. Here we go. All day to shoot that. All right, and then the spin around from Dantas to Wheeler. But they're working hard. They're working hard. Here it is. Look at that. Look at that. You're intense. Slide, slide, slide your feet. Slide your feet. Slide, 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 slide. You see them sliding? Slide, slide, slide. Yeah, she's clearly working on the slide. The slide. Some people like to play defense with their hands. You're playing defense with your palms. Really should be up. You're playing defense with your feet. Slide, 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 slide. And it is intense. It should be. All right, slide, slide. Change direction, slide. And then you get your hand in there. Aaliyah, slide. There you go. Slide, slide. Yeah. Good defense. All right. Driving hard to the basket. There's a good defense from Mitchell. And then the slow motion shot to the basket. All right. Okay. So you can, it's hard to see, like, you know, in fast motion, but they're doing a lot of sliding, and it is intense. And so people, I guess, feel like this is too much. That's what I'm reading out there and hearing. This is too much. They should still be resting. What is Christie Sides doing and all that? That's a coach's decision to make. For me personally, I don't have a problem with what I just saw. I don't really care if the Chicago Sky isn't practicing again yet. I just don't. I'm worried about my team, right? And so I want to share something with you. I wrote quite a bit about my teaching and my coaching experiences in my book. It's called Push Your Way to Purpose, How to Get From Where You Are to Where You're Meant to Be. If you haven't ordered this book yet, and it's also on audio, then check it out. Go to Amazon.com and get yourself a copy. I have had a couple people who are part of our YouTube community who have actually ordered the book, but I want to share something with you because it's going to express what I'm saying about the importance of practice, even if other people are still on vacation. So stay with me to the end of this excerpt from my chapter called Lessons from the Sideline. It's hard. This is chapter 7, Lessons from the Sideline. It's hard, and I'll pick up in the middle of not in the middle, but the chapter's already started. So I'm not, in other words, I'm not starting at the beginning of the chapter, but I want you to catch what I'm saying here. All right, this is my book. I wrote Lessons from the Sideline is the chapter. Here it is. I had a personal trainer who would always say to me, remember, you're trying to make it harder, not easier. Now, the first time I heard Sergio say that, it blew me away. It went against lifelong conditioning that said, work smarter, not harder. It seemed to me that my ultimate goal in anything, including those workout sessions that took me to the max, was to make things easier. Positioning myself to feel the burn hotter or make the lift tougher did not come naturally to me, but he would say it often. Actually, he would start the sentence and I was expected to complete it. He'd say, remember, you always want to make it, and I was supposed to finish the sentence with harder. Though everything in me said, the devil is a lie, I do not want to make it harder. But when I reflect on the years prior to hearing Sergio say those words, I can find the same mindset in my coaching style. I was obsessed with the little things, the hard little things, or the little hard things, or however one wants to look at it. I subscribe to the idea that if you take care of the little things, the big things will take care of themselves. Not everyone understood that, but I insisted. If the team was running sprints baseline to baseline, I expected my players' toes to touch the line, not an inch to the baseline, but to actually touch the baseline. If players were running suicides, which are back and forth sprints that require touching the floor with the hand, I expected them to touch the floor with their hands, not lean down and wave at the floor, missing it, but touch the floor. Some wonder what difference it makes. It makes all the difference. It's about mindset. It's about commitment. Losers question what difference it makes. To winners, it's obvious. Winners embrace a spirit of excellence. It becomes a part of them. They take care of the little things, such as bending a fraction of an inch more, which requires extra effort and makes the exercise harder, and the big things take care of themselves. One of the most painful drills in basketball is the defensive slide. Participants must get down low, similar to a sitting position, and slide around the gym, palms up, legs remaining the same distance apart, feet never meeting or crossing. Trust me, it ain't easy. It hurts like Hades, in fact. Legs begin to burn quickly. It hurts even when players aren't doing it at 100%, when they don't get down as low as they should. So you can only imagine the pain when they do it properly. It takes a lot to stay down low. Sweat pops out on foreheads, players moan in agony, legs tremble. Is the purpose just to torment players? Of course not. It's to prepare them to do what it takes to win. Play defense. As I've said, if defense doesn't hurt, you're not doing it right. Coach, it hurts. Of course it hurts. It's supposed to hurt. I believed then, and still believe now, that you can take two evenly matched teams, two equally talented teams, and when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, the team that prepared better wins. Winning doesn't just happen. Winning requires preparation. The one who comes out on top is the one who touched the floor on those suicides, the one whose toes touched the line on those sprints, the one who sat low in that defensive slide. That one prepared and conditioned for victory above and beyond. That one was willing to hurt to get there. I told my team we would be the better prepared team on the floor. That was my goal. At the end of my coaching career, my team was the superior team on the court in most scenarios. But even if we had not been, I was determined that we would be the better prepared, the better conditioned. We practiced that way. Our success was not accidental. It was by design. My last 2 seasons coaching included practicing 6 days a week. While other teams were sleeping on Saturdays, I imagine, the Hudson Blue Hawks team was in the gym at 8 a.m. Did I want to get up early every Saturday? Definitely not. I mean, I got up early every weekday for work and every Sunday for church. Sleeping a little late on Saturdays would have been heaven, but losing is hell, and we wanted no part of it. My girls, their parents, and our community knew we had a nucleus who could win our conference championship, and they expected it. So to practice, we went. Those last 2 years, we won the Patroon Conference Championship, something no other girls basketball team had done in the history of our school. I say all this not to brag on my players, and certainly not to brag on myself, but to illustrate that it was a commitment to do it hard that made our winning look easy to those on the outside, many of whom were probably asleep on Saturdays while we were in the gym. So you can see that this is not something new for me. Just talking about it, I'm sweating. You see the sweat popping out on my head? Woo, goodness. No, but this book, this is my book, Push Your Way to Purpose. And this is not something new for me. Okay. This book was published in 2017. Okay. So I've always had that kind of mindset. So when I see the fever out there, like I said, they may not want to be running as hard as we just saw every day during the break. You got to give them some break. You got to give them more of a break, than they are able to get during the game times, right? When the season begins, when the season starts over, the second half starts. But I got no problem with having given them a week off. And now you come in there and you know what we say they need to get better at? Defense. What do I see them working on? Of course, that was just a minute clip. But what do we see them working on? Defense, sliding your feet, being intense, being ready. Other people, Chicago Sky might still be vacationing. Well, that's their business, okay? As far as the Indiana Fever is concerned, I'm glad to see them working on this, and hopefully they'll get some days off in the middle of that. But not from this former coach. You ain't gonna hear me saying, I got plenty of reasons why I think Christie Sides shouldn't be the coach of this team. That hasn't changed. But having practice after a week off is not one of them. Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. We continue to grow, and I can't do it without you. We are becoming a community. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'll catch you next time, God willing, and God bless you abundantly.